Back like Rose and Matt Black, my rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, they gon' heat me up, I been trying to keep it cool with these little, they try to start it, too late, my finger was already on, call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, homie, said with your chest, got a lot of dog, homie, know you probably smell it, at my name, Jody, pull up in the vet, go and check the news, Brody heard somebody stress, in your feelings by the, better get a grip. For show up, so make everybody deal. Went to visit Granny, she said, what's that poking at your heel? I told bro to walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the I'm not no button, I know wrinkle clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' brother known for stopping cars, but they be on.
NFL football has reached the gorgeous Emerald Isle. Welcome, everyone. It's almost time for kickoff here in Dublin, Ireland. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And away we go from Dublin. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. For the Rams offense, getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks, as we see him age, we see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. We're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on first down. Stafford. That finds Adams downfield. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
All set now. First and 10. From the red zone on first. That's what happens again. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Stafford's going to throw once more. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it'll be second and goal. Now Stafford again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. And As that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Third and goal, it's Stafford. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew who that final pass was going to go to. That entire drive really ran through him, and it continued all the way to 6.
Kind of became clear, right? After the second or third catch,
Yep.
somebody this defense overlooked in their game plan, and it took exactly one series to exploit it. Now, offensively, call it till they stop it.
Sean McVay had this call ready in advance, no doubt, Brock. They're going for 2.
The Rams will line up for the
It's Stafford once more. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Well, hey, tip of the cap. Really trying to seize control of an 8-0 lead here early, but the success from their opening drive didn't carry over into that 2-point play.
And if anything, partner, really backfired because you gave them a chance to recoup a little momentum they lost, getting beat down with that drive. Not only that, but if this offense answers touchdown for touchdown, they can actually now take lead.
He is shaking his head and is going to be wondering about that kickoff for a while. Couldn't keep it in the field of play, and that offense gets a gift to begin this drive. So first down from the 41. Straight ahead, it's early. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. Finds out on the slant. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Ryan left side by Godwin. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's got Emeka and Buka. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
Baker now. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Baker now off the play fake. Behind the line, he lost that football. It's scooped up by the Rams. Up to the races, middle of the field. The 40. Into the red zone. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the player headline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
Sean McVay had this call ready in advance, no doubt, Brock. They're going for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stafford's going to throw for it. And the call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete.
Buccaneers, nothing.
Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. First down, here's Baker. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the return, and now this pick 6.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get 2, it's almost a certainty.
Harrison Mevis on to try to point after it. The point after splits the upright. And the Rams go up by 19.
Rams 19. Buccaneers nothing.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. On the return, here comes Cameron Johnson. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Tampa Bay ready to head out to the field. And they're really going to have to rebuild any momentum from scratch here, Brock. Coming off that pick 6 that just made the hole they're in deeper. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Godwin, the man in motion left. After the pick, here's Mayfield again. He's keeping it. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Reverse on the tackle.
Positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Mayfield now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. From the gun, Mayfield. Has another quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now here's Mayfield. Right, get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Looks like the Buccaneers made a heads-up play. Got on top of that one for the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Down again, and he goes down again. A couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Rams. It's Xavier Smith. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. First down now, ball at the 33. Play action now for Stafford. Pass it downfield, working left. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First down throw here for Stafford. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like you saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Stafford from the gun. And the goal line. Oh, he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Rams.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams threatening to run away with it already. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams grow their lead yet again.
26. Buccaneers, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And this drive will start inside the 25. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Here's Baker. This is hauled in by Hunt on the right side. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they make the tackle on the 38. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. 1st down throw here. Mayfield. He's got Evans once again. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Sticking in the air. Here's Mayfield. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns. And usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Baker throwing again. Tough pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Going again. It's Mayfield. Catch me left side by Luka. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Once more, it's Mayfield. He's in over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw again. He brings it in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to number 13, Mike Evans. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Catch is made in close. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time and they're into first and goal.
And the Buccaneers.
Good luck defending
First
that
down.
short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason.
First
This is a
down
go-to
and
play
goal
for
to
just
go.
about any quarterback in every situation.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Irving will score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers lower the deficit they face. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 19-point deficit.
Buccaneers 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Blake Corum now to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Connects on the crosser. Rolling into enemy territory. He's taken down as he takes us to the... It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's our target, Puka Nakua. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Rams out to an early advantage. More from this one right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another first and 10 on this drive. He's done it again. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a first and goal.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First and goal, here's Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. There's a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Still a chance to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Stafford now against the blitz. And they get to again. Quickly, their chances in the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Now backed up to the 8, 3rd and goal. Third and long for him here. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams making this a leper before halftime. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain for being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Nevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams continue piling onto this lead.
Buccaneers 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Bucs on offense now. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again is Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes 3, and
he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Feet nice, Kate. Feet nice. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nice move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. First and 10 from the 32. Begins with a run. It's Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. That 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. And the grab with Williams. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them are just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This time it's a passing play. They'll try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. It's Antoine Winfield Jr. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looks like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Mayfield set to pass. This one's taken in by Otten. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Mayfield now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Baker now from the gun. Completed over the middle. They stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they face 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
This is Irving on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Go get him, go get him.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Mike Evans with a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 19-point deficit.
33. Buccaneers 14.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Corum now on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and Devontae Adams getting set for another look here. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. He should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. The 2 in a row now slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and he should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception you don't like, back-to-back drives. That's a really hard walk off the field.
That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams ballooning the first athlete even further. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams tack on 7 more to their lead.
40. Buccaneers 14.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Baker now. Complete out to the right side. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
There's no question, Kate, with the big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches. that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here's Baker to throw. The ball is loose. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Close call there.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sidelines are best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Mayfield keeps it himself. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
Come on, Cake. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
Riley Dixon on the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He dodged the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First down now, ball at the 33. Here's Williams to start the drive. Continuing to move past the 45. And now he's going to head out. Make a check in that win column for the Rams. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Bronk, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners, as we say so long from Dublin.